Hi, my name is Caitlin West, and today I'm going to be talking about cooking as a morally significant activity. Cooking is a morally embodied activity that has sparked my interest in sustainability. This has allowed me to live a more conductive life and has provided me with the opportunity to reorient myself to find a moral center through several aspects of my cooking. Cooking has allowed me to prepare balanced meals and choose organic ingredients to allow me to feel energized and healthy while protecting the environment. Growing up, my parents rarely cooked. One of my best friend's mom was an amazing cook, and I was always envious of how well she could prepare healthy meals without recipes. I always watched her, and I began offering to help her cut up things and observe how she did it. She is who I can give credit to for my guacamole recipe. My friend still laughs that I remember more from her mom than she does. As I got older, I started to realize the importance of living a healthy lifestyle. My interest in health started in high school when I started working out, and I realized that working out without eating balanced meals is counterproductive. I started making salads along with meals for dinner and started ordering healthier options when we got carry out. I kept this up for most of high school, and when I came to college, I was committed to not gain the freshman 15. Eating out of a dining hall, this was difficult, but I ended up losing weight instead of gaining it. After my freshman year, I was dedicated to live and promote a healthy lifestyle. As I drove home from school my freshman year, I drove past a Purdue truck full of chickens that looked like this, with their feet hanging out of the cages and them all being squished up together. And I started thinking about how this process of moving and raising chickens was morally corrupt and cruel. I began researching into the benefits of eating organic foods, and I realized that organic farm animals aren't given hormones to make them grow, are free range, like these ones, where this one is the inorganic and this one is the organic. They must be fed natural GMO foods, GMO-free foods, aren't produced from cloned animals, and are free from drugs and antibiotics. And this is the difference in the chicken sizes. I began grocery shopping for my family and started getting only organic produce. My interest in cooking began when I started following Instagram foodies who inspired me to continue this organic lifestyle and cook most of my meals at home. My cooking took off this year by living in an apartment and having the opportunity to practice organic cooking. I was also motivated to make my own meals because eating out every meal can be expensive. I fell in love with looking through recipes and attempting them. I started following so many pro-organic Instagrammers. I created a separate account to pursue this passion. Looking through recipes calms me and allows me to get excited to try them out. I relied heavily on following recipes in the beginning because my parents didn't cook much, giving me very little experience. Through trial and error of several recipes, I began to become more cognitively free. The recipes in this case would be a representation of my jig in cooking. Without these recipes in the beginning, I would be clueless. This restricted my cognitive cooking ability in that I would have to look back constantly to make sure I was measuring ingredients properly and cutting up things in the right order. Using recipes, I would need to make sure that I had all the proper ingredients, which restricted my physical ability. As I began to learn recipes and know what dishes I liked, I started grocery shopping for the ingredients that I thought would be good in recipes, rather than following them. I began adding things that I thought would enhance them, and I began learning what order of things to chop and cook things, and what temperature to cook them at. The technicalities of cooking became incorporated into my long-term memory, and I became even more cognitively free. Cooking has developed my perception towards organic foods, allowing me to recognize the consequences on animals and the environment when people choose to purchase inorganic products. Despite the benefits I already mentioned, animals receive by choosing an organic diet, the environment is affected from inorganic farming through runoff from toxic chemicals and fertilizers and pesticides used, and a lack of restoring nutrients in the soil. Cooking with organic foods has made me feel better, physically and mentally. I began perceiving how important the nutrients you put into your body are. Why would I want to put a chicken that is given hormones to grow and is locked in a metal cage into my body? Cooking with organic products has also allowed me to get more mentally in tune with my body, making nutritionally adequate meals that give me the most energy. Making home-cooked meals is contrary to the notion of virtual reality as a moral idea because I am cooking my own meals and not going through a drive-thru to have an assembly line of machines create my meal. This leads me out of myself as opposed to into myself because I am suppressing my urge to eat out and remember that I am doing better for my body and the environment by eating organic foods. Through my own autonomous decisions to buy organic products, I am using my own free will to make a change in the corrupt industry of inorganic foods, which focuses on producing the largest size and max quantity of products through immoral practices. This is morally significant because by resisting the urge to eat out, I am able to choose organic ingredients that are more mentally conscious to animals and the environment. This helps me to judge what is truly important in my life because I would rather spend money on organic products because of the evidence behind the effects of inorganic practices. The choices I make to buy organic produce rather than go to a fast food restaurant exemplifies my agency because I hope to produce effect that helps animals and the environment. This activity provides an opportunity for me to reorient myself because whenever I am stressed from school, I know that searching through recipes will de-stress me. If I caved due to stress and ate out, I would not feel as good physically or mentally. All natural and organic ingredients and a healthy diet allow me to feel healthy and give me the most energy. I have such a strong passion for using organic products in cooking that I have developed an idea for an app with 2 features to inspire others who have a lack of knowledge in the field of organic cooking. I want people who resort to fast food because of time and money to find a resource to locate cheap organic produce. This app would be partnered with all the local grocery stores to locate cheap deals on organic products. I love Aldi, for example, because I can get all of my organic produce for $30. I think that some people resort to fast food because they believe organic products are too expensive and don't have the time and patience to learn how to cook. The second idea for the app would be to integrate this cheap produce into healthy and substantial recipes. Although creating an app is along with the virtual reality principles, relying on technology to locate cheap organic products and formulate it into a recipe. Doing this is much better than relying on an assembly line to create a unhealthy cheap burger. Once people realize the benefits of organic products and can locate deals, they can share the same passion ideal while remaining on a budget. Cooking is an embodied activity that I have great passion for. Without my reliance on recipes in the beginning, restricting my creativity and cognitive ability, I wouldn't have been able to become cognitively free as I learned. I hope to inspire others to find a moral center by choosing organic ingredients and challenge themselves to make a change in their own health and the environment. Suppressing the urge to stoop down to fast food where virtual reality produces it takes moral standards into my own hands and has allowed me to reorient myself to find a moral center. Although this activity took time and money, knowing that I am doing something beneficial to the environment and my body is something that keeps me cooking at home. There is so much we can't control in the world, but one thing we can control is what we put into our body. So be moral, choose organic. Thank you for your time.